What's going on, everybody? Afflicted Gamer here. Welcome back to another Division video. It's Friday. It's time for the weekly vendor reset. You know what that means. I'm going to go from place to place, easy checkpoint to checkpoint, to find out what the best items are for sale this week in the Division to save you guys the time and the trouble. So if the video is helpful, drop a like on it. It's much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more Division content. And of course, when it gets here, the Division 2. So double check the blueprints vendor here in the terminal and the one at Camp Clinton, because I do own pretty much all of the 256 blueprints, and there could be a good weapon for sale here, a good blueprint for weapon, a gear mod, anything of that sort that you may want or need. But because I own them all, I can't see them. You buy one blueprint, it goes across all 4 of your characters, so that's kind of unfortunate, but double check there. Alright, our exotics for the week. The Liberator. Any good? Yes, not bad. If the score is low, but the rolls on it are good, the talents are good, then I will recommend it. Just thought I would mention that for anybody that is new to the vendor resets. So, Liberator, 23% enemy armor damage with competent, vicious, and unforgiving. You could literally leave that as is, just optimize it if you want to get the score a little bit higher, and most likely it will up the base damage. And you could re-roll any of the talents if you really wanted to, or like I said, just leave it as is. Historian, we're going to pass on that. Too bad, that has 172% headshot damage. The Centurion, I would only ever say pick this up if you want to pair it up with the Liberator for the Free Republic talent. If not, just go ahead and pass on it. Gosh. Alright, Cassidy, I know people like to run the double Cassidy with Lone Star. Brutal is okay. Dominant, you would have to reroll. The Stagger is not bad, but it could be higher. The score is nice on the weapon. I'm going to leave this one up to you guys. Personally, I would pass and wait for a better one. Pecan, again, really high score, but talents are not that great. Okay, I know everybody likes to see what is here. I will skim through this, but as for every other location, I will only pick out the best items. Not too bad of an SVD. You could reroll accurate for something else and have competent, disciplined, accurate with 164% headshot damage, or just wait for one to drop in the open world. And what else do we have? Anything good for Hexo builds? Rejuvenated is that's actually a decent mask, but there's kill XP and health on kill, and personally I would pick something else. Vigorous chestplate, however, you could make use out of this if you are not a fan of Barrett's or Rapid, anything of that sort. 1165 for firearms, reroll that into the electronic slot. Then you've got over 15,000 health, 8% skill haste, and 54% ammo capacity. So if you really need one, grab this one, pick it up, reroll it, optimize it. If not, wait for one to drop. Alright. And I'm pretty sure that that's probably going to be everything for downstairs. Savage gloves that you could use in PvE because it has enemy armor damage on it. You could reroll the pistol damage for crit chance or crit damage if you really wanted to, but I would honestly just pass. I point these things out because some people are, they just don't have the items and they are very desperate, and you know, hey, you could pick them up. Just like this, 5.5 to Holosight Tan. I don't use this only because the crit chance, crit damage, and headshot damage is much lower than other sites, but some people like them, so once again, pick it up if you need it. Alright, let's move on and hope that we have a good week, and sorry for missing last week once again, but I was out of town. Alright, here we go. Okay, next up, Camp Hudson. Come on over to the weapons vendor, and he's got one item for sale here. Classic M60. 20% damage to targets out of cover with vicious, skilled, and prepared. Reroll skilled for any other talent you want, and you have yourself a pretty good classic M60. So pick it up if you need it. Next stop will be at the Cavern Safe House. He's got one item for sale here, which is a prototype performance mod, 5% ballistic shield, damage resilient. So if you're running builds like D3 FNC, absolutely grab some of these, as 5% is a max roll. So pick them up, put them on your build, and well, resist some damage. If you make your way up to Autumn's Hope, for those of you that are running Hexo builds, there is a mask here that might pique your interest. Tenacious, 1271 for stamina, 3.5% crit hit chance, and blind def resist in the minor, which you could reroll for something like bleed resistance because you do run into a lot of Predator's Mark builds in the Dark Zone. Tenacious increases damage by 10% for 10 seconds when using a medkit, so that could make or break winning a gunfight. Pick it up, take a look at it if you need it. Over on the east side of town at the Southpaw Safe House, he has one item for sale here. For those of you that are running skill builds, there is a prototype performance mod with 4% sticky bomb damage. 4% is a max roll, so if you like to use a sticky, grab some of these and put them on your build.
No problem. See you soon.
See you next Friday, bro. Down at the Last Call Safe House, he's got one item for sale here, which is a really good PP19, enhanced PP19, 21% crit hit chance with deadly responsive. Hurried is in the free slot. Reroll that for something like Unforgiving, and you have yourself, like I said, a really good enhanced PP19. Go ahead and optimize it, and you're good to go. And now making our way into the Dark Zone, that was everything for sale in the Light Zone. Your first stop will be at West 46th Street, and he has one item for sale, which is a prototype performance mod, 7.5% support station range. So if you're running builds like Reclaimer, these mods are very helpful. So pick them up if you don't have any and you need some. Next stop, over at East 34th Street, there is one item for sale here, which is an extended mag with 120.5% mag size, 4% crit hit damage, and 4.8% rate of fire. So if you don't have one that is better in terms of percentages, grab some of these and put them on your weapons. Next stop is at East 53rd Street. Again, for those of you that are running Hexo builds, she has one item for sale here. Reckless chestplate. The score is on the low side, so only get this if you really need to fill in that slot for your chestplate. 1121 stamina, 5.5% enemy armor damage, 7% skill haste. You can reroll either one of those for health, and then you've got 56% ammo capacity in the minor. So again, only grab that if you really need it to fill in that slot on your build. But I know people are a fan of Reckless and have been waiting for one to come up in the vendor reset. So here's one, grab it only if you need it. Okay, so it turns out that the final stop of the week was for the Reckless chestplate. There was nothing else really worth showing, so that is quite unfortunate. So I do hope that there was something for sale, a blueprint at either the Terminal or Camp Clinton that I already owned but couldn't see. If that was the case and there was a good weapon or a good gear mod or anything of that for sale, please leave it in the comments section so that I know, and on top of that, especially so that others know in case they need it as well. But other than that, guys, I am out of here. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you still found it helpful, despite the fact that the vendor reset this week, there wasn't that many good items for sale. And enjoy Global Event Outbreak while it is here. Finish up your accommodations. Grab this pretty cool mask. I actually do like it, from the rewards claim vendor. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at AfflictedGamer, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video or in the next live stream. Until then, take care, agents. See you soon, and have a good week.